Since we're doing a video about saints and miracles with the unboxing, I just wanted to show you something really cool before I begin the video. Now, it takes 12 days for certain seeds to germinate, and with my special soil mixture that I don't buy in stores, look what happened after just a few days. This is actually day 5. They actually germinated on day 3.5, day 4, but this is supposed to take 2 weeks, these beans. Look, it shed its little bean shell, actually the seed pod. Look at that. We got beans. Wait till you see this one. Hold on. Basil. And this is just 5 days. It actually takes way longer for basil to germinate from seed. And boys and girls, by the way, if you see that, that's my special potting soil that I make myself. I haven't mixed any plants or seeds into there yet, but look at this. This is actually 4 days of lettuce. 4 days germination. All right, let's get to the unboxing. This is a miracle. So you're seeing the only things in my collection that I will never sell. They're that sacred to me. And these are my holy relics. And I think that they're watching over my vegetable garden. Maybe when I touched the holy relics and then I planted the seeds with my bare hands, we got this going on, boys and girls. All right, so let's get to the unboxing. We'll do it in fast motion. Oh, wow. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at this, boys and girls. This is a relic, another relic of a holy saint. And this is, let's go ahead and, can we zoom in here? Let's try. I have a skylight above us, so it's hard to see. And this is Saint Newman. And what I loved about this. Now, this one was a little dear. I paid a little more than I wanted to. But this one is beautiful. It's silver. And it's coated with gold vermeil. And I really like this because of the Theca. This is called a Theca. It's or a Reliquary. It's what encloses the holy relic inside. And let's flip it over on the back. And we have, this can be a pendant as well. And this would be a giant pendant to wear around your neck. And I always check to see if the wax seal is there. Somebody hollered at me in a previous video and said, don't tamper with it. I'm not tampering with it. It's actually sealed in there. And it's with strings. You see the strings? If you look on the sides, that's not tampering with it unless you cut the strings. So don't be a judgmental Karen. A judgmental Jenny. Don't be a judgmental Jenny. We have to change the Karen word. If your name is Jenny, I apologize. All right, so let me just lock this into place. There we go, boys and girls. And wow. So now what do I do next with this? Okay, what I do next is I do one of these jammies and I put it in a monstrance. All right, monstrance probably cost just as much as the darn relic. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back, and we'll have a little chat about this and how I've been getting people sort of getting a little smug with me over collecting these things, and why you shouldn't be smug with people and be kinder in the comments. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So I put it in this cathedral-like monstrance, and it is stunning. Let's zoom in on that if we can. And look how pretty that looks with the glass. Now, the glass is going to protect this relic from deteriorating, and that's very important. If you collect relics and you get them without these monstrances, you need to really be their caretaker. A lot of times the silver or whatever precious metal that they're housed in will be blackened and filthy and covered in verdigris. You really need to clean that up and make sure that this is behind glass and sealed, because otherwise the names of the saints will fade off, and over time it'll get thrown in the garbage because people will think that they don't know what it is. They won't even know that it was the relic of a saint. So this is an ex ossibus. Don't know if you can see that. Can you even see that? That is a bone, and it says os. O-S-S is short for ossibus, which in Latin means bone. And this is Saint Newman. And Newman, oh wow, he was an American. Well, actually, he lived in Bohemia. And Bohemia is known, or what we know today as the Czech Republic. And there was a shortage of American priests and American Catholics. And they needed as many priests as they could for the growing population of Europeans that were moving to America. And he was the man for the job. Now, I would like to make an announcement before I further talk about this. So I've been getting some shiz about these. I didn't say the word. I didn't curse. I've been getting some, like people, like newers. I call them newers, people that don't follow me regularly. If you follow me regularly, God bless you. I love you. If you're a new person, you hit the subscribe. God bless you. I love you. But if you're a new person who are coming on here to bash me, please hit the back button. There's no time for that in this world. No time for hate. There's time for love, but no time for hate. So the most annoying thing, top 10 when you collect things. I want you guys to write in the comments below. Do you get this too? If you collect things, whether they be antiques or green stamps from the Piggly Wiggly or sewing machines, or you collect coins, or you collect, I don't know, Jesus Doritos or whatever it may be that you collect. Do you get people immediately when they see your collection? Oh, are you selling that? Oh, are you going to sell that? It's like ever since the invention of the TV show Antiques Roadshow, every single time someone comes and sees my collection of not even Saint relics, of anything, they immediately, are you selling that? Are you selling that? It's like immediately something has like $1 million value. It's like, no, I'm not selling that. Write it in the comments below. Do you collect things? If so, what do you collect? And do your friends and family aggravate the crap out of you and say, are you selling that? And by the way, to all you newers out there, please, the busybody types, if you're a newer and you just come upon this and you're a nice person, you're not the busybody type, kudos to you. Thank you. I love you. But the people that come on my channel and tell me what to do with my collection immediately, people are the organizers of my collection. I crack up. It's like a joke. They immediately, this is what you need to do with your collection. You need to get this to a bishop immediately. Ah, for the love of God. No, I don't need to do that. And, but I will say, I am going to share these with my local church. I'm in collaboration with multiple priests right now in my local Catholic churches. These are going to go on a traveling type of thing. It's going to be like the circus. It's going to travel from town to town here in New York. And so I am not selfishly hoarding this stuff. It is not the Holy Grail that I'm like hoarding like the Vatican. And I am going to share these, let my local priests bless people with these. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, that is, look at that. Okay, how could you not collect that? And that's another question. People go, where do you get that from? Guess what? They're selling these all over eBay, but there are fakes. I will warn you. Ones coming from Florida, never buy. They're almost always chicken bones. Be careful. There's people into Santeria that like to trick Catholics and people that are Satanists. So don't buy from Florida. You have to make sure they have the authentic seals made out of wax on the back. And if you get the paperwork, that's even better. And so I make sure I get authentic pieces, boys and girls. There are fakes out there. You really got to be careful. You have to know what the heck you're doing when you collect these. But yeah, if you're going to come on my channel and you're going to be like, hey, you got to give that to your... Don't orchestrate what I'm doing with my collection. You silly people. But I will share it. So that's that. All right, let's get to St. Newman and what his significance was. And we'll do a little cutaway after my nagging. Sorry for my nagging, but I wanted to show you the miracle of the seed growth in the beginning of the video and show you miracles happen every single day. And whether you have a relic or not doesn't mean that you're not going to be blessed. Like, oh, I don't have any relics in my collection, first class relics. That means I'm not going to be blessed. The Lord isn't going to bless me. That is not true. This doesn't make me any more blessable than you guys. There we go. Saint Therese. I love Saint Therese. Who doesn't? I mean, really, right? Saint Therese. I got multiple Saint Thereses. Oh, yeah, first class. There we go. But, yeah, having a collection like this, by the way, is not cheap. Your MasterCard will actually have flames coming out of it. So let's go. Oh, let's go. I get ADHD. Let's go ahead to a cutaway about St. Newman after my nagging. Sorry. Oh, I forgot to tell you, he got his red tassel. All my things get their red tassel. All right, so John Newman was an American Bohemian bishop, all right? And he actually was really needed terribly in Pennsylvania especially. He wanted to go to Pennsylvania. And we'll go to the cutaway right now of the video, but take a look at his picture. He is actually, that's an actual picture of him. Really quite cool. Now, he looks different from his paintings. His paintings make him look much different than his actual photo. Now, when the photo was taken of him, photography just started to become affordable. In the mid-1840s, finally, after like 20-minute exposure times, a lot of different photography studios and different creators and inventors of the camera actually improved and advanced the camera so that it would be quicker exposure times and more affordable. So a regular middle class person could actually afford a modest portrait. So his was a modest portrait. But what you don't know is that he was actually only 5 feet tall. So he was only 5 feet tall and he was made fun of, which is sad. They had a horse for him and when he was in the U.S. and apparently they couldn't find a saddle that had stirrups that actually could be adjusted short enough for his legs. His feet couldn't reach the stirrups, so he would constantly fall off the horse, and people would be passing by laughing hysterical as he flew off the horse. And yeah, pretty sad. But if you notice, there's a lot of paintings of him making him look pretty tall. He was only 5 feet tall. He was a pint-sized god. Well, not god, but saint. A pint-sized saint and pint-sized bishop.
Hello, Newman.
Well, the joke's on me. The whole time I thought I pronounced his name Newman. And, all right, let's go to the cutaway and find out the correct way before you crack maniacs in the comments below will correct me.
Saint John Neumann. He came to the U.S. as a seminarian and was first sent after he was ordained to Buffalo, New York, to serve the German-speaking immigrants there. In time, he became the Bishop of Philadelphia. He had quite a gift for languages and could speak 12 different languages fluently. The story is told of an elderly Irish woman who went to him for confession. Speaking quickly in Gaelic, she told him her sins and then listened to his wise advice. As she left the confessional, she was heard to declare in Gaelic, "Thanks be to God, we finally have an Irish bishop." But what made Bishop Neumann a saint was not his success in ministry. It was his love. When he canonized St. John in 1977, Pope Paul VI said, "To accomplish his task, love was necessary. And love meant giving. Love meant effort. Love meant sacrifice." There are many who have lived and are still living the divine command of generous love. For love still means giving oneself for others, because love has come down to humanity, and from humanity, love goes back to its divine source. It is not enough to acquire the good things of the earth, for these can even be dangerous if they stop or impede our love from rising to its source and reaching its goal. Let us remember that the greatest and the first commandment is this: you shall love the Lord your God.
Hello, Neumann. I thought it was Newman. I mean, it's spelled that way. All right, so I hope you learned something. If you think I'm selling these to make profit, I'm not doing that. Please be nice. Please be kind. Rewind. Remember that? Oh, I'm old. I'm showing my date. Just be kind in the comments. You know, I get a lot of busybodies. What are you doing with that? Sorry, my New York accent is really irritating. What are you going to do with that? Here's what you need to do. You have to take this straight to the bishop's house. House? I mean church. I mean, whatever. Okay, please, mind your own P's and Q's, all right? Forget about it. I'm only kidding. These are going to be on tour, so I'll actually video when these are, actually when hundreds, hopefully hundreds, maybe thousands. We can have thousands. Well, let's get thousands. If, you know, we can get this going, I'll videotape people getting blessed with these to prove to you that I'm not the greatest hoarder on earth of treasures.